story unfolds in San Francisco, where FBI agents John Crawford and Tom Lone find themselves during a chaotic shootout between the Chinese Triads and unknown adversaries. During the gunfire, Crawford and Lone spring into action, realizing years of investigative work is jeopardized. As they navigate through the mayhem, they discover lifeless bodies and engage in a fierce gunfight. Crawford, startled by a bullet, joins Tom in the intense battle, with both agents determined to apprehend the elusive killer on the loose. Strolling along the dock, he takes a bullet in the shoulder, life flashing before his eyes. In a twist of fate, the triggerman is shot in the face, plunging into the water. Crawford swiftly briefs Tom on the Yakuza hiring a rogue assassin named Rogue, enlisted by the CIA. Rogue turned on them, killing 5 agents. Crawford reveals Rogue's trademark titanium shells with uranium slugs. As the police arrive, the agents flash their FBI badges. Days later, Tom's wife hands him the phone. Crawford apologizes for being late to the game. We meet Crawford's wife, Jenny, as they hang up. Outside Tom's house, a man with a pistol emerges, swiftly entering to confront Tom's wife. The assailant ruthlessly shoots Tom in the face, throwing him into a room with his wife and daughter. 2 bullets claim the lives of Tom's loved ones as their home erupts in flames. Awakened by his wife, Blaze Crawford rushes to Tom's house, flashing his FBI badge to a massive police presence. Learning of the fatalities, he examines a corpse and fights back nausea. Inside, Crawford seeks clues, finding the familiar shell casing from the dock. 3 years later, a Spiker C-8 pulls up. Rogue gains VIP access, swiftly dispatching guards. He targets Yakuza members, gunfire erupting until a tense pause. A man cautiously approaches, checking for signs of life. Rogue meets his demise, but his canine companion, now bearing explosives, detonates, claiming another member's life. A survivor deems treachery intolerable and faces swift retribution. Police take charge of the scene as Crawford, aided by Agent Wick, not John Wick, arrives. One man survives the blast, and Crawford, with makeshift surgical skills, tends to him. The survivor, realizing Crawford's online medical training, reveals Rogue as the culprit. That night, Crawford experiences a demonic dream of losing his friend. Awakening to a ringing phone, Jenny implores him to watch over their son, setting the stage for a renewed pursuit of justice. During a basketball game, Crawford receives a call from Jenny, learning he found Tom's killer. However, Jenny confronts him, stating that his obsession led to the demise of their marriage. At the FBI headquarters, Sniper joins the team, including Maria, to analyze the case. They deduce Rogue betrayed the Yakuza and their leader, Shiro, while the Triads, led by ruthless Chong, also seek Rogue. Armed, Rogue heads to Chong's California mansion. Chong commends Rogue's Yakuza assassinations but discusses loyalty. Asserting his independence, Rogue departs, prompting Chong to send 2 men after him. In Japan, Shiro engages in a duel at his estate, setting the stage for a complex confrontation. During relentless clashes with katana-wielding men, the young boy lands a shot at Shiro, pleading for forgiveness. Shiro reassures him before delivering a harsh blow and departing with his daughter Kira. Mentioning horse shipments to San Francisco, a detail also familiar to Rogue, Shiro tasks her with securing the horses. Simultaneously, Crawford infiltrates an underground fighting club, meeting Benny. In a secluded room, Benny, a skilled bullet maker, discloses intel to Rogue. 2 facial reconstruction specialists died mysteriously, and a 3rd surgeon is missing. The narrative shifts to the Triads, engaged in dubious dealings, adding complexity to the unfolding story. The anticipated moment arrives as the purported horses are loaded into trucks, revealing hidden depths. In mere seconds, police surround the convoy, instructing the Yakuza to stand down. Officers emerge, herding the Yakuza for a search. The corrupt, bribed police captain demands his share, ensuring all is well. Suddenly, the Triads ambushed, commandeering the trucks. From a distance, Rogue observes as the vehicles are swiftly inspected, unveiling gold instead of horses. Rogue claims his cash reward. Later, legitimate police, including Crawford, arrive at the dock, confronted by the aftermath of a lethal clash with the Yakuza. Crawford informs his team that this was a pivotal development. In the aftermath of a massive heist, the key to disarming the Yakuza lies in impersonating the police. The FBI team, the next day, confronts the corrupt captain at a restaurant. Crawford, fueled by rage, confronts him, learning the captain's family was threatened, forcing compliance. As they escort the captain outside, a gunshot pierces the air, hitting him. Rogue abandons the weapon, triggering a relentless pursuit by Crawford, fueled by revenge. Parkour ensues, leading to a confrontation where Crawford forces Rogue through a window, only for him to vanish. In San Francisco's Yakuza headquarters, Kira boldly exposes the foolishness of the two leaders, asserting her dominance. The next day, Crawford receives an enigmatic call from Rogue, disguising their voice. For unknown reasons, Rogue discloses the stolen shipment's location at Chang's warehouse. The FBI and police swarm the scene, presenting a warrant to search. Inside, Chong complies, revealing a lone man who surrenders, Rogue, now using the alias Victor Shaw. Crawford, noting the surgeon's skill, confronts Rogue, who remains silent during interrogation, even when Crawford mentions the murder of his friend's family. Wick reports the warehouse is clean, leaving them no grounds to arrest Rogue, forcing them to depart empty-handed after capturing an incriminating photo. Back at Chong's mansion, the plot thickens. Applauding Rogue for evading the police before their arrival, unaware he was the informant, Shang remains oblivious. Meanwhile, Crawford, seething with rage over the loss of his friend's family, acts out in frustration. Days later, as Rogue toys with his gun, Shang's daughter engages with him. Her mother warns Rogue against intertwining business with family. That night, in the Triad district, Yakuza Biki stirs chaos, luring the Triads into the Yakuza territory. The two syndicates clash in a brutal showdown. From a distance, Rogue reveals his face, relishing the Triad's dismay. He joins the fray, cornering the last Triad, hinting that perhaps he didn't heed his parents' advice. Against the backdrop of a street massacre, the FBI anticipates an imminent war. Chong advises against retaliation, emphasizing the risks. He tasks Rogue with safeguarding his family during the impending conflict. Rogue approaches the second-in-command, whose brother he killed, handing him a matchbox with the location of a Yakuza safehouse. FBI surveillance at the safehouse reveals a Yakuza meeting. During laughter, the Triads breach Chong's orders, attacking the Yakuza. The tea house turns into a battleground, with the Triads disregarding Chong's instructions. They shoot through paper walls, decimating the Yakuza. As more members join the fray, the stage is set for an intensifying conflict. In a fierce shootout between the Yakuza and FBI, the Triads enter the crossfire, escalating the chaos. Continuous gunfire ensues until the Yakuza inside are eliminated. Crawford and Wick crash the scene, swiftly apprehending the Triads, only for Rogue to disrupt the arrest, taking out the Triads one by one. This diversion grants the Triads an opportunity to flee. Maria makes a desperate escape, Wick is wounded, and Crawford, the lone FBI agent, faces a mob inside. Remarkable agility and skills allow him to fend off attackers until he corners the last Yakuza member, eliminating him. Spotting Rogue outside, Crawford gives chase, hurtling through the streets in a high-stakes pursuit. Despite seeking a bit of enjoyment, Crawford is relentless in pursuing his friend's killer. However, a major accident leaves his car totaled, allowing Rogue to escape. The next day, Rogue contacts Chong, disclosing the betrayal and the resulting casualties. Back with the Yakuza, Rogue is reluctantly ordered to assassinate Chong, his wife and child. Jenny, frustrated by Crawford's obsession, warns of impending danger. Meanwhile, Benny informs Crawford of the third plastic surgeon's discovery in Mexico. They track him down, holding him at gunpoint to extract information. The surgeon details the extensive facial reconstruction, reconstructing muscle, nerve tissue, and more. Confirming Rogue's reconstructed facial bones, the plastic surgeon reveals his current appearance. Unaware, Chong prepares his family to leave, but an unexpected ninja-like assassin infiltrates his mansion. Chong's right-hand man accuses him of betrayal, triggering a shootout. As Rogue intervenes, Chong's loyal friend is proven right, sealing Chong's fate with a bullet. Simultaneously, Yakuza outside eliminated the guards, reported to Crawford by an FBI member. Inside, Rogue confronts Chong's wife and daughter, and when the Yakuza demands proof of death, Rogue defends the family, effortlessly dispatching the attackers. It becomes clear that Rogue spared the wife and daughter, spiriting them away from the chaos. Rogue stays true to his promise, allowing Chong's wife and daughter to escape in the car. Crawford learns that Rogue manipulates the Yakuza and Triads into a conflict. The tension heightens as Shiru arrives in town, wanting his daughter back in Japan. Crawford confronts him, showing pictures of Rogue betraying the Yakuza. Shiru feigns ignorance, and Crawford leaves. The next day, Rogue meets Shiru with suitcases containing the golden horses. Their first encounter takes a surprising turn when Rogue unveils cash and evidence of his betrayal. To locate the wife and child, Shiru orders his men to interrogate Rogue, revealing the true nature of the prized horses. Rogue exposes the fake horses, eliminating one escort while engaging in a formidable battle with the other. Shiru descends the stairs when a bomb incapacitates him. Bo expertly dispatches 4 men with 4 bullets. Shiru, armed with a katana, confronts Rogue, who holsters his pistol. As they engage in a duel, Rogue discloses the betrayal's motive, a specific hit ordered 3 years prior. Rogue dominates, holding Shiru at knife point, admonishing him for involving the wife and daughter. Despite injuries, they persist, and Rogue reveals Tom's escape and the fatal retaliation. The story unfolds in a crescendo of betrayal, conflict, and a fatal encounter between old allies. Hidden for years, the shocking truth surfaces. Tom, presumed dead, is Rogue, surgically altered to hunt and kill Shiru. Unveiling Crawford's manipulation, Shiru confronts them, leading to Tom killing him. With vengeance burning in his eyes, Tom recalls his lost wife and daughter. The next day, Chong's wife receives a package, urging her to start anew, and the golden horse as a keepsake. Kira, opening her package, discovers her father's lifeless form, plunging her into shock. Tom contacts Crawford, orchestrating a meeting where their paths first crossed. Crawford, alerting his sniper, ventures to the dock, setting the stage for a tense confrontation. Crawford demands Rogue's revelation, but instead, a swift disarmament plunges them into a lightning-speed brawl. Shovels swing, grappling ensues, and Crawford locks Tom in a chokehold. Questioning why, Tom reveals his true identity. Crawford, gazing into Tom's eyes, grasps the shocking truth. They tumble out of a window, evading the sniper's shot. Tom, acknowledging Crawford's betrayal, asserts the demise of Tom. As the sniper aims, Crawford sacrifices himself to shield his old friend. Later, Rogue speeds away with the golden horse, leaving the highway and concluding the intense saga.